Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Friday, March 13th, 5 p.m. Mountain Time 2020. The models are in, and the winner is Wyoming. As we enter April, Wyoming is going to be picking up the most snow according to the GFS models, feet for the entire state. But the big story, Miracle March, feet of Sierra snow beginning this weekend, is just what California needs. Keep calm, it's boom time. Up to 14 inches of snow hitting parts of Colorado right now. It's true, another round of winter weather is bringing mountain snow and freezing drizzle, and gusty winds to parts of Colorado. Most mountains will see a fair share of snow from Friday to Saturday with 2 to 6 fresh inches in the forecast. The highest parts of the Sangre de Cristo could get 8. As much as 10 is expected over Rabbit Ears, and the heaviest accumulations will come in the form of 6 to 14 inches of the global warming goodness in the eastern San Juans. Strong weekend storm in Northern California to bring rain and drop feet of mountain snow. Tahoe expected to see 2 to 3 of those feet. And we're going to be covering the storm totals and avalanches as they develop. March winds to roar across parts of the Midwest and the Northeast. The entire country being affected by the tumultuous spring. And there are safety concerns which are keeping ski resorts closed in Colorado. And it is not what you're thinking. It's high winds and snow in March, causing power outages and making it difficult to stay open. Oh, we don't even want your article. And the flooding begins. Major flooding, setting back Webster County farmers. Ominous weather pattern may bring severe weather flooding risks to the central and southern states starting next week. Anchor Bay as residents urged to prepare for flooding. Heavy rain bringing back flooding and debris flows, and on and on. List of road and flood closures. Let's check the Weather Ready Nation map. Heavy snow and flash flood threat continues out west. A storm system across the western U.S. will continue to bring heavy rainfall to portions of the desert southwest today, with heavy snows continuing across many mountainous areas through the weekend. Heavy snow is also possible across the Central Plains into Saturday, with a few severe thunderstorms possible across West Texas and eastern New Mexico. Later in the week, the southeast will be the target for extreme weather, and the Kentucky area. Here is the current 24-hour snow totals, very modest. You see some very high amounts down here in the southern mountains, just east of LA, where they picked up over a foot. And we're going to check the GFS models and just move it through in a few days, and you're going to see here it's snowing heavy where we are Saturday into Sunday. And most of Nebraska is going to be covered in snow. And you could see where this system is moving. A little bit of northern Maine, a little bit of snow in Maine and Vermont, perhaps, from this system through Saturday, Sunday, into your Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then a second system moving through Thursday and Friday in the upper Midwest. Take a look at that, bringing more snow to the Appalachian Mountains, especially West Virginia. But the big winner here is the Sierras. Take a look at these numbers here. Watch it. So, from Saturday, March 14th, right there, through Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, and there's the feet of snow into your Monday, still snowing, into Tuesday in the Sierras, still snowing Tuesday night in the Sierras. Take a look at this. Into Thursday, it's still snowing. And then another event towards April. So several feet happening over the next several days in the Sierras. Snow all the way into the mountains of the eastern U.S. into the southern Appalachians. Take a look. 8 to 10 inches in some regions predicted over the next week. So winter's not over. And this will melt quickly and add insult to injury to the flooding. Snow cyclone stuck over Shanghai region of Russia. Well, it's probably a normal occurrence. But in a global warming world, who would have thought a snow cyclone would exist over Russia? The cyclone brought with it heavy snowfall and almost hurricane winds. About 1,000 inhabitants of the region were left without electricity. Sounds very inhabited. Storms bring widespread floods to Egypt. Cosmic ray fluxed, killing 5. More rain is forecast in the wake of Thursday's deadly downpours. And this is just the sign of the times. 6 quakes rattle northeast in 6 days. Scientists don't know what's causing them. Well, I would imagine it's probably earthquakes. But that's just me. I'm a geologist. Seismic update, no quakes of note, except they have a dozen or so in the northeast that no one knows what's happening there. Nobody. Unusual uplift at Yellowstone volcano was caused by magma rising up deep beneath the surface, probably resulting in the record hydrothermal events at Steamboat Geyser, almost directly related, especially if you read the study. The study published in the Journal of Geologic Research, Solid Earth. Researchers from the USGS looked at the event and found magma rising underneath the basin was behind the uplift. Their study, published in January, has been highlighted by the Yellowstone Volcanic Observatory in its weekly column, The Caldera Chronicles. Now, ground deformation at Yellowstone is normal, kids, with the land swelling, sinking, and cracking as a result of the magmas, fluids, and gas moving beneath the hotspot. It's normally only a few inches per year and can be detected by sensitive tiltimeters and other instruments. Studying these deformations allows scientists to monitor the volcano for any changes beyond the normal background movement, which may suggest something is happening deep beneath it. And the period of uplift at Yellowstone over 2013 and 14 came to an abrupt end when a 4.9 magnitude earthquake hit the area. At this point, uplift switched to subsidence or down dropping. And then the ground started to sink. Uplift started again in 2016 and continued to the end of 2018, and it now appears to have paused, similar to global warming. By analyzing GPS and radar data, researchers say this unusual ground deformation was likely the result of deep magma intrusions beneath the Norris Geyser Basin, followed by the volatile ascent and accumulation at a level possibly a few hundred meters below the surface. But it's not scary. And it may explain the frequent eruptions at Steamboat Geyser since March 2018. They're likely the surface manifestation of this ongoing process. They wrote, hydrothermal explosion features are prominent in the North Geyser Basin area, and the apparent shallow nature of the volatile accumulations implies an increased risk of hydrothermal explosion. Hence, Steamboat Geyser. Now, this is nothing to worry about. All this activity is common. There's no reason to be concerned. But for the first time, they've been able to track an entire episode of magma intrusion, degassing, and gas ascent to the near surface. And there is no eruption imminent. Sorry, Mary. There is an imminent eruption in Iceland, and we're about to do a worldwide volcano news update. No volcanoes of note, standard activity worldwide, except at Mount Thunberg volcano, Reykjanes Peninsula, Iceland. According to the Met Office, an earthquake of magnitude 5.2 occurred 5 kilometers northeast of the Grindavik. Multiple aftershocks have been detected. Look at the seismic swarm over the last 24 hours. Keep a close eye on Iceland as it's about to go boom. We're going to leave you links to John Fair, where they show you the event in question there and the earthquake. So we're watching Iceland to go boom anytime soon. Now this coming out from Monsanto's secret funding for weed killer studies. I've known for a decade that Monsanto is part of the revolving door in the governments, and they just wag the dog and pat each other's back. And it's been revealed that Monsanto secretly funded academic studies indicating very severe impacts on farming and the environment if its controversial glyphosate weed killer were banned. They actually paid scientists to say that the whole world would be doomed if you banned a chemical by a corporation. How ludicrous is that to even begin with? Who would even believe that or buy that? Apparently, there's lots of people that do. Just like they bought into the genetically modified lie that GMOs are going to be more nutritious and more abundant and save the world. But long-term analysis now showing genetically modified cotton is no match for insects in India. And that was the reason they invented it. But it's not true, like most things in this world. Hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Wash your hands. Stay out of crowds. Be safe. We love you.